Yes, welcome back from that very short break. And of course, I'm still here with the president of Safety and Health Uganda Association, Mr. Edgar. And before the break, he was telling me more about safety and the health at your workplace, at the schools of the children. And of course, before the break, we were talking about insurance. Yes, Mr. Edgar, you're still telling me about insurance and companies and schools.
Yeah. As I told you about insurance, yes, businesses can actually reduce their premium.
Okay.
They can reduce the money they pay to insurance companies by having health and safety management systems in place, including these schools. Because no one wants to take a child to school and you hear that the child has been banned or child has... So why are we parents not taking an initiative to ensure that actually we find out to see if there are measures in place?
Because we are looking at grades.
Yes, but you see, at the end of the day, if I'm looking at the grade and you just take your child and goes anywhere, then tomorrow you get an accident, what will you gain?
Regret.
You will start regretting. Yes. So I think it is also important that we need to think outside the box, not only the grades, but also let's look at the well-being of our children in schools. If they are there, are they safe? Because that is the most important thing. It is not about grades. The safety of your child is the first thing. Then after, if your child is safe, then he or she should be able to perform to the expected levels. Now that's when you go to the grade point. So as I was telling you, that once businesses have put systems in place, then it becomes very easy for them to go and negotiate on insurance. But even when they are bringing those insurance brokers or the insurance providers, they will be able to say, but I have this in place, I have this in place, I have this in place. For the last 5 years, I have not recorded an incident because I have been doing what. So it becomes very easy for you to negotiate. But now you do not have any system. You don't even have any negotiating power. Because they will tell you, okay, let's first see, you just pay 20 million for this and we first see this year, then we can see the next year. So if something happens, then that means it might even go high.
Usually people wake up.
Yes, that's when people wake up. So I believe that insurance companies can also be of help in ensuring that the businesses also put these systems in place by ensuring that before they give them the premium, they first ensure that they have put systems in place. Because it is in one way or the other, for the insurance business, it will be helping them. If you have people who are all insuring with you and none of them is claiming anything, then you're making money. But if you have all your people who are there and they are all claiming, then it means that you're not making money. So it is in one way or the other, it is cost effective for insurance companies, but also for the what? For the business. So to me, that's how I would look at it. And in other developed countries, insurance companies are the ones which are encouraging these health and safety initiatives in workplaces, ensuring that they are there. Because you imagine you go with your man and you're denied insurance because you do not have system. If they put such a thing in place, all these workplaces would be having those measures in place. At least they would do to the best of what they could and ensure that there is a system that is in place.
Yes.
But now when you see the small, even medium, small, and what you find there is an entire no system. But even those big ones, we have very many examples of them which do not have systems in place. And they have bad reputation to the extent that people say, even when they see a job being advertised in such a company, no one wants to go there. Because for us, when we are in a group, you'll be seeing jobs coming, health and safety office and what. Then people will be here, you see, why is this one advertising every day health and safety officer? What is happening? It means that the conditions there are not favorable. Yeah.
So we see that around May 2022, we had a big rampage of fires in most of the schools. And they did inspection of around 120 schools they did. And you find that they had 50% of the schools didn't have most of the things that were required. For example, the fire extinguishers, the smoke detectors, and the fire exits that were actually needed. And you find that these schools are still operating. So as an association, is there anything you people have actually done to see that these things are put into place?
Yeah, actually, one of the things that we are doing is, I told you part of our work is advocacy. And we are advocating for a better health and well-being of workers, and also, like, if they are students, they should be in a place which is safe. This is an ongoing thing. It is not going to happen. It cannot happen in just one day. But remember, we also, you see, our law is silent on fire. We do not have any law on anything to do with fire. It is just, when you see the OSH Act 2006, it is just they are simple sentences about fire safety. And really, this is not enough. We need a fire law, a complete fire law. And this fire law guides on businesses, schools, and all different kind of businesses, and how they should be able to put these measures in place. But also, I also believe that maybe it is, maybe we are relaxed in one or the other. When the fire happens, then all of a sudden, when 2 months, people have forgotten. Yes, people have forgotten about it, yes. And maybe the institutions that are supposed to take action are not taking any action. Because to me, I would be very interested to know what Ministry of Education is doing to ensure, for example, if this school got fire, and there is no measure that has been put in place, and the same school is continuing, what does it reflect?
Reflects that the government is actually not doing anything.
Yes, so to us, we are trying to advocate. But I believe that this campaign should not only be a show thing, it involves everyone in the country. If you have your child, your daughter, your son, your brother, your sister, your grandchild, your relative, in school, you need them to be safe. So if we all come and say that without these right measures, these schools shouldn't be operating, I think it is something that is good for the country, because it is for a good cause.
Yes.
We want to ensure that our children, when they are in school, they are safe. So I think it is something to do with all of us, and we need to come and join efforts together.
Yes, and talk about
so that we talk about it and also change these schools. To me, I believe that schools can improve if we had a law in place. Or Ministry of Education comes up with regulations about fire safety in schools and ensure that, for example, if you have to have a dormitory, that is expected. But also, I believe that the Building Review Board, I think, the National Building Review Board, I think it is doing something as regards to that. But you see, it also goes back to incorporating these in engineering. Start from, because why would you come up with a building or a school without planning for fire safety?
Yes.
Because there should be also, yes. These are things that are supposed to be planned from design stage, that as you're planning a school, these should be. Then the ones which are already existing, because I wouldn't be expecting that a new school should come without measures. Yes, the existing ones do not have measures, but those ones now, those are the ones which call for audits of these schools to ensure that we know where they stand and recommend measures that they need to put in place for them to be able to ensure that the children are safe.
Yes.
Yeah, because you see, our children, especially these ones in primary school, they have literally no knowledge about these fire things.
Yes.
And
because they are really young.
They are really young. So you expect that maybe the caretakers, what should be having this knowledge and what. But you see, the first line of defense is having a detection system. You have a dormitory. if we put smoke detectors, at least if there is smoke, that the alarms will go on. That is the first thing to show that there is danger. Maybe people could run before actually the fires come.
Yes.
But you see, even these are not in place. And when you try to engage in some forums, people will tell you these are things which are expensive.
But they feel like if they put these fire extinguishers in the school, they are going to spend money on them. They are going to be there for years and years. And remember, fire extinguishers, after some time, you have to keep changing.
Yes.
Because it expires with time. So they feel like if I buy it and it's not going to do anything, you usually walk into a school and they actually have only one fire extinguisher, and it is in the headmaster's office.
Okay, let's look at the cost. You see me, I love... I told you when we discussed about these things, if someone is trying to justify, let's look at the cost.
Okay.
Let's look at the cost involved in having a school that has been burnt by fire. You have lost children.
That is one.
Children, you have lost property.
Yes.
You get it? And the reputation.
Yes.
So what weighs more than the other? Is it the few millions, which might be like 2 million to replace, or let's say even if it is 30 million to replace all the extinguishers in the school, which will actually be there and work for about like 5 years before they are being replaced.
Yes.
So is it that the 20 million or 10 million, or you prefer the children of the parents who have entrusted?
But we have buckets. You just run to water. You pick water in the buckets. You pour.
Now that's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Fire can be started by many things, and fire has classes.
Yes.
Now, a fire that has come from electricity, you would not put water.
Yes, you wouldn't.
A fire that has come from fuel, maybe let's say it is petrol or what,
Yes.
you can't put water.
Yes.
So that's why I'm telling you that it is when you're planning a building, you look at these options. That's why you see there are fire protection measures and fire prevention measures.
Yes.
The protection measures are embedded within the system, the design as you're designing. For example, if you're building for firewalls, if you're putting the stairs, how they are going to be what, and
yes.
all these things are planned. You get it? Now there are also these additional things that you put in place. But why would you reach in a school? There is a fire, and it is a very reputable school.
And there's one fire extinguisher.
Yes, but also they don't even have hydrant points. The police comes with the truck.
Yes.
Then the people start abusing police. These people are not helping and what, but you want them to use what? You get the point?
Yes, I do.
You find even some of the times that the electrical connections and the electrical, they have not been inspected and ensured that they are actually okay. For the schools, I expect it to be on a timely basis before children report.
Yes.
They have brought these people who inspect, and they inspect that actually the electrical connections are okay, secure and everything. We have put the fire management systems in place, or everything is there. Then you say children can come.
But you find that these officials that usually go to the schools to inspect, you find that this official will find something faulty, and the owner of the school will say, no, just give me 1 week. Please take this. I'll work on it. Very soon it will be finished. And before you know it, the official has let the person off just like that. Yeah. And this person will say, just give me a week. I'm going to repair it. And they don't repair it.
Yeah, integrity matters. Yes. And that's why I'm telling you that as a Safety and Health Association of Uganda, our profession, for us to bring it to what these are the things that we preach. Is it money or what I believe in?
For people.
Because me at bachelor's, I did engineering.
Yes.
I'm not doing engineering in my practice. I'm doing what? I'm doing health and safety. Yes, it is engineering related in kind, but I'm doing health and safety practice. And it is because of what I believe. The reason why I left there and go here is because I believe in this. You get it?
Yes.
So you're not going to tell me that I leave a child die or a child be hurt because of the money.
The 50,000.
Of the 50,000.
Yes.
Then where is my conscience? Because that is the most important thing. And that is why we have the association, so that people actually understand we build this kind of professionals who understand what they are doing. We give them tools and show them that actually these are things that are available. People will corrupt you, people will what, but you don't need to go against with what you believe in.
Yes.
Because that is the code of ethics that you have signed as a profession. So if the person doing the inspection is a person who is not a professional, what do you expect?
Of course, you expect.
Because even they are not able to recommend the right mitigation measures in place. Because usually when they say that what you hear, DEO, what and what have gone, yes, but have they gone with on part of the team? Are there professionals who are going to advise? Because you see, you advise on fire safety measures based on the fire safety risks that are available in press. And each press is unique. Because the hazards and risks are different. So you do not expect that if I come to this building and
expect it.
Then you send a DEO to go and inspect what? No, I'm just being realistic. Everyone have their core business of what they are doing. We respect them because they are academicians, and that is. But now, when it comes to the work that regards to professional advice on certain things, for example, like health and safety, I would expect that they could work with that, and we help them so that we can provide the right measures, and even clear out. We clear out and find out the right findings, rather than saying 50% of schools do not have this. To me, it is a lie. I think 98% of schools don't have.
Actually, that could be true,
yes.
Because some schools are actually built with wood.
Yes.
And you find this is actually very risky to the students and the pupils. But of course, speaking of integrity and everything, how does proactive approach to risk management influence corporate insurance decisions?
Yeah, when you have a proactive approach in insurance, it will, of course, influence decisions when it comes to promoting health, safety, and well-being. Apparently, there are some programs that are there, but you see, we are living right now in health and safety. We have what we call mental health.
Yes, that is very important.
It is very, very key.
Yes.
And in these developed countries, actually, it is the most cause of accidents. Even here in Uganda, because our minds. We are even when people are driving a vehicle, you're driving when your mind is home because you have fought with your wife or you have what? No, I'm becoming real. These are things that we face in a daily life. But we have, how can we promote if we are doing proactive health and safety and looking at insurance? These are things that should come out. We should look at things that are becoming a problem, and we come up with measures. And these insurance companies could actually reduce or bring in those services to be able to improve the health and safety and well-being of workers. That could be one. So they can look at wellness and what. I know some companies are doing them because where you have people, maybe gyms, counseling, and what. But that is not all. There is even more to do with that. But insurance can encourage that and make sure that it works. Then you also look at reducing, preventing accidents in workplaces and what. How? Because as I told you earlier, that insurance, when you put your requirements high, then it will improve the corporate image, because companies and businesses will all want to comply. Imagine you want insurance for your vehicle, then they tell you, but first show us your maintenance program, show us your what. So when they ask you, yes. So how many times do you go to the garage? Do you have evidence? You get the point. So now it will bring in another another thinking that a business will not, might not have this insurance if I do not have this. Because remember, these insurances, some of these companies are doing them because they are government somewhere where they need jobs. So the insurance, by putting such stringent measures before giving out premium, it could help also improve the industry in ensuring the what. But also, they need to look at the brand, the brand that they are giving, and also the different policies that they are providing. If they could come up with policies, because you see all businesses at different levels. I would think that they need to do a lot of research and also look at businesses not coming with what works in UK, and you think that it is going to work here in Ugandan system, and where in Ugandan system we have many medium enterprises which could not manage that kind of insurance. So by coming up with different policies, which could be the sub-policies of those main policies, it could help some businesses be able to take on the insurance, and also believe that insurance actually is important. Otherwise, if they don't do that, then people will still look at insurance the way they look at it. It will not be able to help the businesses to be able to thrive in the way they are doing. So to me, that is the approach, the proactiveness that the insurance companies need to do to ensure that they promote health and safety in one way or the other. Yeah.
Okay. From a corporate perspective, how does effective crisis management in health and safety contribute to the safeguarding of the workers of a company?
Crisis management, that is critical, because you see, as I told you, it is important to have a management system. If you're integrating health and safety and you want to put it in your start with systems, put policies in place, align your missions to the health and safety objectives, and also put such kind of things in place. So when you have this, it becomes very easy for you to deal with emergencies. Now, because you have a crisis management mechanism that is in place. Now, in crisis management, it calls for continuous practice. You train people, because the plan says there could be different things that could happen. It could be a bomb threat, it could be fire, it could be spirit, it could be anything that could happen, or even the acts of nature, storms and that could affect a company.
Yes,
and
in so many ways.
In so many ways, and in so doing, it will affect its business continuity. So for you to have a proper management, it means it starts from the planning, but also recovery and the business continuity. So when you have a response plan, you start by making people aware of the that you have in place. You train the workers or the teams that are supposed to be acting during that crisis, and give them but also appoint them. Because you see, when you appoint people, you give them a responsibility. And actually, these are simple things that just a simple appointment that they've appointed you as a fire marshal can add value on you, because you feel it. Yes. So you appoint them, officially appoint them. They know that he is a fire marshal, and with time, when they are trained and what they know what they are supposed to do, then do drills. Continuously keep doing drills and ensuring that these drills are things that usually happen, that you have studied and they can easily happen. Then, so that when an emergency happens, these people are prepared and able to combat something. And in one way or the other, of course, it also goes with the communication, with everything and it will ensure your business continuity to be for your business to continue.
Yes.
If you have a proper program that you have laid in place and is going to be effective, because it is a continuous thing. Yes. It starts with planning. When you plan, you train, you do what, and do drills and everything, and keep them. It becomes then when it happens, people can easily organize and ensure that the business is not actually affected. But usually, of course, when you have the health and safety management system, you have prevented all those.
Well, Mr. Edgar has so much light, and of course, this topic, if we were to talk about it, would need like 6 to 10 hours to talk about it. Or we can talk about it all day. But before we conclude our talk for today, I would like you to tell the viewers like a closing remark, tell them something, you as a person who is working with safety and health. Yes.
Okay, I want to tell our viewers it is coming to the time when we are taking children to school, and we need to be purposeful as parents, as teachers, as school owners, to ensure that we have put measures in place. But also, let's us as parents be interested in ensuring that actually these schools have such measures in place. If they do not have, we can ask, because if you have 19 parents all asking about the same, then the school will also want to be proactive and will say, hey, if this parent, B parent, and all of them asking the same thing, they will want to put these measures in place. So in a way of safeguarding our children when they are at school, let's also be proactive and ensure that we actually try as much as possible and ensure that we find out if these things exist. If they are not existing, we encourage schools to put them on. But also taking safe care of yourself and your children while they are going to school. Don't put children, four of them on a border, and they are going to school. Yes. But
it's cost effective.
No. You're putting your child at risk. The day they tell you that the child has been in an accident and you fail to get, then that's when you will know that actually you did not save anything. So let's be proactive and let's be all safety conscious.
Yes.
We open the schools and ensure that our children are safe in schools and as they go to school. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edgar Kaijika. Of course, you've heard it from the president of Safety and Health Association Uganda. And of course, thank you for being with us since 7 in the morning. And of course, don't forget tomorrow, the same time, same hour. But to parents out there, yes, we are going back to school, like Mr. Edgar said himself. Please go and check the school dormitories, check the classrooms, and don't forget the children that use the shuttles. Please look at the shuttle. See how the driver is actually driving the children, because the safety is very, very important for your children, because you want them to leave safe and come back home safe. Go and be productive today. Have a lovely day.